Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, guys. With the release of Season 2 around the corner, I thought it'd be a good idea to break down everything new coming to the new Resurgence mode and the new map, Ashika Island. As we go through the video, drop your thoughts down below. Are you going to be eager to jump into the new Ashika Island? Are you going to be playing a different mode in Call of Duty or something completely different? Let me know down in the comment section below. But for now, let's jump into everything you need to know about the new Resurgence mode and map, Ashika Island. So when can you actually jump into this? Well, that will be on the 15th of February, 5 PM GMT. Now, up on the screen now is a graphic around the world showcasing the times that you can actually jump into it depending on where in the world you are. However, with regards to the preload, now full transparency, at the time of recording this, there hasn't been any official release in terms of the dates and times that you can preload Season 2. However, at the second that something pops up, keep an eye on the comment section and I'll update you guys as and when. However, it does usually tend to be about 24 hours before the release of the application itself. So I can only presume it will be on February the 14th, around about the same time, 5 PM or 6 PM GMT. Next up, the world, the map, and the play areas. Well, coming new to the Warzone experience, we have Ashika Island itself with loads of different POIs to explore, from residential to Tsuki Castle, Shipwreck, Port Ashika, Beach Club, Town Center, and many more. And this will be available for the Battle Royale game modes as well as for DMZ too. Now, obviously, the map is a lot smaller because of the Resurgence mode. Just like back in Warzone 1 where we had our Resurgence mode, it was small. We had small maps such as Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep. A small map means loads of close engagements, means a lot of fun. Now, the best comparison I could probably give you would be Fortune's Keep and Rebirth Island, mainly Fortune's Keep itself. High Moon Studios were the team that created Fortune's Keep, and they're the same people who created Ashika Island. For a lot of you, this may just be a refresher, but for those of you who are new to the Call of Duty scene this season, what makes this different from your normal Battle Royale mode going on Resurgence map, what ends up happening is once you die, there is a timer that goes down, doing things like opening chests, eliminating enemies. The timer will be reduced much quicker, and this will be returning in the new Resurgence mode as well. Alongside, when you eliminate enemies, we will get the usual ping that goes off on the mini map to show you where the enemy teammates are, so you can stop them from plotting their revenge. Game modes run typically around 15 to 20 minutes, whereas a standard Battle Royale game will range roughly between 25 to 30 minutes. Now, these were absolute staples in every Resurgence mode, right from the beginning until the very end of Warzone 1. Now, in this new Resurgence mode, we have an additional mechanics such as when a player is eliminated, they will drop a dog tag, and collecting this dog tag once you've eliminated the enemy will reward you with a small amount of cash and a ping on the UAV to give you a sense of direction as to where the enemies are, with the addition of being able to see where supply crates are too. Just like confirming a kill from Kill Confirmed on multiplayer, except you get additional rewards and information as to where other crates and enemies will be. Now, also coming to the Resurgence mode, not at launch, at some point in the mid-season, will be those redeploy drones. Just like when we had redeploy balloons back in Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep, these you'll be able to zip line up and it will essentially launch you into the air so that you're able to rotate or change location completely. Now, the difference between the balloons and the drones is that the balloons, once they were shot down, you could just pay an extra $500 and they'd spawn back up, whereas with the drones, once they're destroyed, they're gone and they would reappear in different locations around the map. Now, from a gameplay perspective, this does sound great. It does sound like it's going to speed up the play a lot more than the speed that everyone's currently playing Warzone at. However, part of the El Mazrah experience that a lot of players didn't enjoy will be carried over into the Ashika Island experience, and I'm talking about the AIs. AIs will be introduced into Ashika Island too, with the addition of the Rusher, who will essentially throw smoke and then run at you with a pistol and a combat knife. The only thing we're not able to report on at the moment is the number of players on Ashika Island. We understand that all modes will be available, solos, duos, trios, and quads. However, the number of the player base on every mode hasn't been specified as of yet. However, if we had to compare the gamers back on Warzone 1, it would be roughly around that 50 player mark for quads. Now, that's essentially the basics of what you need to know about the Resurgence mode. Now, before we get onto the gameplay styles, if you guys are finding this video at all insightful, please hit that like button for me. Likewise, if you want to be kept up to date with everything Call of Duty, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date on every video that I release. Now, moving on to the gameplay style and gunplay variants. The difference from playing on a big map to a smaller map, and this is definitely one to consider. Whereas when you find yourself on El Mazrah, there's a whole range of gunfights that you'll find yourself into: close, medium, and long range. So in retrospect of that, you set up your weapon classes based on those engagements. A lot of the times you'll find players running a long range weapon, be it an LMG, an assault rifle, and a close range weapon such as your akimbo pistols or an SMG. With Resurgence mode, a lot of the engagements will be close and medium range, with the odd long range engagement here and there, which means you'll be able to sacrifice those long range attachments for a lot more fast and snappier attachments, so you can increase your ADS and speed to fire time, as opposed to a lot of recoil control and gun stability. Essentially, you're going to see a lot more SMG plays. Back on Rebirth Island, what I used to rock was dual SMGs. I thoroughly enjoyed those close range engagements. So sometimes I remember thinking back, I would rock the MP40 with the Type 100 because I knew a lot of the engagements that I was going to be into based on where I was on the map would be close range, and a lot of the time close range only, because I wanted things to be in a snappy nature, much faster play, be able to react and land my shots first whilst being able to snap onto my target much quicker than they could. So essentially movement was a priority over recoil stability and recoil control. Now we understand that the mobility in Warzone 2 hasn't been the greatest, and we are hoping that with everything that's been released in a previous patch will come to fruition, such as being able to sprint and putting your plates in and bashing through doors once you're doing that as well. But we'll have to wait and see how that feels when season 2 actually finally drops. However, the biggest thing I'll leave you here with is a huge disclaimer for those people who have played Resurgence mode back on Warzone 1. The playstyle and the play speed will be different, bearing in mind that the movement mechanics are hugely different compared to back then. You had your movement to be able to outplay enemies. You had the ability to finesse your enemy in squads or even 1v1s. The same playstyle that everyone is playing within El Mazrah will still be the same within Resurgence. That's not going to change at all. TTK, we understand, will still be the same, and your mobility will still be the same once the new update goes live. What I'm trying to say is Warzone 1 was an entirely different beast. For those of you who loved Resurgence and Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep, it's completely different to any other game mode that we've had. The speed that everyone could endure and the fast gameplay won't be replicated, at least anytime soon, and it definitely won't be replicated going into Ashika Island and this new Resurgence mode. Yes, the games will be faster. Yes, the time to play will be a lot quicker, and it will definitely be at a faster pace than playing on El Mazrah. However, it won't be anywhere near as fast paced and as quick as playing back on Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep. And I think the best way I can compare it is if you think back to day 1 and week 1 of Rebirth Island. Much slower pace. It was just a brand new map before movement became a meta of sorts, and the idea of outplaying your enemies 1v1 and even enemy teams was introduced. Everyone played a lot slower and enjoyed it because you wasn't stuck on Warzone playing for half an hour or going in, landing and then dying. Now, in saying that, it still can be a game mode that's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's going to be a lot quicker than playing Al Mazrah, and it's definitely going to be a change of pace for sure. So for those of you who are looking for small game modes and quick game modes, this will be your one to go for. People might actually end up preferring this map as opposed to El Mazrah with the way it plays, the pacing, the POIs. So with that, that's where I'm going to leave you. That about wraps up everything. So if you did find this video at all insightful, like I said, please hit that like button for me, share it with a friend, and if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with everything Call of Duty, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. I'll be going live here on YouTube when season 2 launches, and I'll be jumping into Ashika Island. So if you want to hop in, say hi, I'll see you there. But for now, that's where I'll leave it. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.